by the erosion, the sandstorm, the wind, the rains for 5,000 years. Okay, the 5,000 years succeeded to get only 9 meters from the top of the pyramid. You can make your own calculation to tell me when the pyramid would disappear completely. But take into consideration that the weakest part in any pyramid is the apex of the pyramid. The weakest part is the top of the pyramid because it's very narrow. Whenever you go lower, you go bigger, thicker, and harder. Okay? How many blocks? We don't know. But the French archaeologists who came with Napoleon to Egypt, they evaluated the number of the blocks here by 2,300,000 blocks. 2,300,000 blocks. The average weight of each block is 2.5 tons. Okay? It's very heavy. Well, actually, you can see now a naked pyramid. What do I mean by naked pyramid? Because the outer casing of the pyramid disappeared. The outer casing of the pyramid was very smooth, with also limestone like this.
At the top, some remainings, huh?
Not on the top of the second one.
Second one, yeah.
Okay, but imagine one day it was like a mirror to reflect the rays of the sun to the eyes of the people in order to tell that the one who is buried inside is not only a king, but he is the son of the solar disk who is reflecting the rays of his father, the solar disk, the sun, to your eyes. So imagine when it was very smooth, very polished, shiny. By the way, the top most probably was one piece of metal, which is gold. Many people believe that it was gold. That was very important to understand what is the pyramid. When the piece is in gold, it's very shiny, and the rest is not very shiny like the top. So if you look at the pyramid from the top, you can see a star. Why? Because the star, usually the center is very shiny and the rest is haze around it. It's a nebula, it's a dying star. In order to say that the king is a dying star, when a nebula, when a star dies, actually it is a nursery for billions of other stars. This is the idea why they make a four-sided pyramid, because when you look at it from the top also you feel as if there are 4 rays coming from corners. Exactly when you look at the star, you find also 4 rays coming from 4 corners as if it is a square. Okay, so the Egyptians in the very beginning didn't worship the solar disk, the sun. In the very beginning they worshiped the stars. Okay, they worship the stars and they consider the stars to be gods. So some people believe that this pyramid, this pyramid is a power station. So we laughed. We started to laugh when we heard that it is a power station. But what is their idea? Actually, you know, the old watches, they had no battery. They have quartz in them. So when you move your hand, the quartz generates electricity, so the handles move. Okay? But actually, it is not only when you move the quartz. It's also when you put a lot of pressure upon it. So these are 2,300,000 pieces. Each piece is 2.5 tons. How much pressure is upon this? So there is electricity comes from the quartz in the granite pieces on the bottom of the pyramid, and this kind of stone, the core of the pyramid, is conductive. But the outer casing of the pyramid was different. It does not have magnesium in it, so it is not conductive, so isolator. And the electricity goes out from the top, only from the top. So all the pyramids, you know how many pyramids are in Egypt?
Too many.
111 pyramids. Okay? So some people imagine that these pyramids are electric powers and it was like electric units sending electricity to each other. So in the beginning we used to laugh at this, but nowadays we started to study them and to hear and to listen at them because it's logic, it is scientific. I'm not confirming it was a power station, but I tell you one of the most, the very famous theories about the pyramids nowadays. Our pyramids are not four-sided pyramids. So the bottom is not a square. The bottom is 8-sided pyramid. Each side is not straight like that. It's a little bit concave like that. But you cannot see it by your eyes. But you see it from the shade of the pyramid, the shadow of the pyramid from the top. So it looks like a star. But you're telling me, but I go to the temples, I go to the tombs, I can find that the Egyptian star is not 4 ends, not 4 corners. It's 5 corners. It's 5. Why the pyramid is just 4 corners, like 8 sides makes 4 corners? Because the top is another corner. So this is the very sacred number for the Egyptians. Number 5, it means celestial. Number 5, it means divine number. It is the pyramid. It is the resurrection. We don't know to whom it belongs. The mainstream of Egyptologists, they tell us this is Cheops. And the second one, Kefren. And the third one is Mykerinus. Why? Did we find any names? No. The names were found upon the objects were found inside, not upon the stone of the pyramid. So there is an opinion that this is not of Cheops, but it was used by Cheops later. But it is even before the flood. Some people believe before that there was the flood of Noah. You heard about it. So they believe that before the flood, this pyramid existed, and after that, the pharaohs came and used these pyramids one time. Okay?
Do you think that Anunnaki is that?
Yes, I believe. I myself believe, but I don't force you to believe it.
Okay.
But also we had some history about the prehistorical period, the gods and the semi-gods. So we have some writings. It's called Palermo stone and Berlin papyri. They are speaking about Septepi. Septepi in here hieroglyphic, it means the first age. They are those who are gods and semi-gods. So they are not humans. So they believe in something like the Anunnaki, but they call them something different here. Okay? Anyhow, if it is not of Cheops and it's earlier, so they believe that it is 10,000 years, not 5,000 years. Cheops is 5,000 years ago, but if it is before, it is 10,000 years ago. You know why? Because 30 years ago we discovered a theory that all these pyramids are related to certain stars in the sky. And they found that the 3 pyramids here are the Orion belt. You heard about the Orion, a celestial constellation in the sky, and the belt of the Orion is 3 stars. They found that these pyramids exactly under the same location of these stars, but not nowadays. 10,500 years ago. So it means, if this theory is right, so it means that this pyramid is 10,500 years ago.
But it will come again.
It will come again, yes, but within, I think, 20,000 years or something like that. Okay, so I'd like you now to take some pictures on the pyramid. Okay, the only way you are allowed to climb the pyramid is from these steps. Okay, so you'll go these steps, don't go this way, turn left when it is empty, and give you your mobile. I'll take photos of you when you are upon the pyramid, and then we'll go direct to the other side. I don't want to continue here because it's cold for you. Let's go to the sun. You come to Egypt to see the sun.